Hello and welcome to another episode of my Productivity Mastery series. My name is Pullein, and in this episode I want to talk to you about one of the biggest reasons why most of us are not moving forward on our objectives and our goals. Now, the biggest reason for this is because we're allowing all the daily, I want to use a bad word here, I'm not going to use a bad word, but all the daily interruptions and distractions take priority over the things that are really the priority in our lives. Now, I get lots of questions every week, sometimes from the comments on this channel, sometimes by email, and other times I get them from my own coaching clients where people are feeling overwhelmed and as if there's no way they can get on top of their projects. Now, I've read lots of books about people like Bill Gates. I even watched the recent documentary series on Netflix, which on Bill Gates, I think it's called Inside Bill's Mind. And it's a documentary that I would strongly recommend anyone interested in time management and goal setting should watch this. Now, but the thing that's really strikes me is that if you start the day with one or two objectives to be completed that day, you are going to make significant progress over time on any of your projects. And the problem is most people are not doing this. This is why my 2+8 prioritization system is designed to only allow you to set yourself 2 objectives per day. Why 2? Well, the main reason is you are going to receive distractions, interruptions, and there are going to be other things that will be thrown at you through the day. You're going to get an instant message, a phone call, a tap on the shoulder from one of your colleagues, or an email. All these things can sidetrack you, and take you off into areas that you weren't planning on going to on that specific day. But if you only have 2 objectives, first of all, they're very easy to remember. You're not likely to forget them. And secondly, they can be at the top of your to-do list every single day. These are the 2 things that I am going to get done. And if I don't get anything else done that day, at least I've made progress on something that I identified as being a priority. And most people are not doing that. They're filling their to-do list managers with 30, 35, 40, 50 tasks per day. Now, seriously, guys, you are not going to complete that many tasks. And if you do, then you're probably breaking tasks down way too small to be anything meaningful. What you need to be doing is focusing in on 2 objectives that are really important to you, plus 8 other tasks that you have identified as being important. And if you can get those 10 tasks done every day, and it's only 10 tasks every day, it doesn't really matter if you didn't get every other things done. You're identifying what's important to you. But the key is those 2 objective tasks. If you add them up over a period of 30 days, an average month, then you're going to find that you are actually achieving 60 meaningful, prioritized project tasks per month. That's a lot more than you are probably achieving per day. Now, recently I've had a couple of days in hospital, just minor surgery. And one of the things that I noticed is that the day before I had my surgery, the doctor came round, they went through the objective of my surgery and to why. So they're doing the what are they going to perform? Why are they performing it? And they explained where the problems and complications may come from. And as I was going through this, I was thinking, wow, this is really basically like what we should be doing for our day. The day before, we should be looking at our to-do list. What do we need to get done? We should be identifying possible problems that may prevent us from meeting our objective, but we also need to be very clear on what that objective is. And we need to know, why are we doing these? Why are we actually performing? Why are these 2 tasks the most important tasks per day? But then what was interesting was the next day, my surgery day, as I was being wheelchaired down to the operating room, when they came to my bedside, the nurse said, can I just go through a few questions with you? I said, sure. Please, can you tell me your name? I gave them my name. And why are you having surgery? So there's the why. and what are you having surgery for? I think it was the other way around. What is the surgery you're having? They actually asked, because I was having a hernia operation, they said, what side? So I told them the left side. And then they said, why? And I explained why. And I said, very good. And then they wheeled me down to the operating room. When I arrived at the operating room, the nurses there and the anaesthetologist, if I can say that word, the anaesthetist, asked the same questions. Your name, what surgery are you having, and why? And I was thinking, wow, this is brilliant. When we start our day, first of all, the day before, we need to go through what is our objective for tomorrow. Why are we going after those objectives? What is the purpose of that objective? And then going through the problems that we may experience while we're trying to get those objectives done. The next day when we start, again, we question, what is it that we are trying to do today? Why are we trying to do it? And then just get on with it and get it done. 2 objectives. No matter how many distractions you've got, no matter what kind of work you're doing, we can all come up with 2 significant, meaningful objectives per day. Anyway, I wanted to express that, to put that story out there. I thought it was a brilliant way of focusing in on what was important. Now, of course, the doctors are only doing that to make sure no mistakes happen. But hey, one of the things that we can consider is if we've set ourselves an objective and then we don't do it, we've made a mistake. We should not be very happy with ourselves. Obviously, our daily to-dos are less likely to be life-threatening or dangerous in that sense, but it is something that we can learn from that experience. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode. It just remains for me now to wish you all a very, very productive week. Thank you for watching this video. Now, if you want to take your productivity to a higher level, then get yourself enrolled in my 2019 edition of Your Digital Life 2.0 online. It is a complete, comprehensive productivity and time management course, and it's a course that will take you to levels of productivity you have only ever dreamt of before. It shows you how to build your very own C.O.D system, collect, organize and do. It shows you how to create the folder structure, how to build into your goals, into your daily to-do list. It has everything. And not only that, you will get a free copy of Your Digital Life 2.0, the book. You also get a free workbook and you get access to all the slides that are used in the course. It is incredible value. I want to see you in that course. If you are serious about becoming productivity, then please join me in Your Digital Life 2.0, the 2019 edition. Thank you very much for watching this video.